Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so now we're on lesson 11. Just a quick recap. So for this, you need to remember all the lessons that we've done previously perfectly. But if you forget any of the lessons, if you haven't had enough practice, then this is going to be difficult. So before we move on to the next lesson, you have to make sure you revise everything that you've done so far. And the best way to revise is read the last 2 lines of each exercise. For example, if you look over here, the way to revise is just read the last 2 lines of this and make sure you can read it perfectly. And you go to the previous page with the last 2 lines of this exercise. And likewise, you go to the Kasra page and the Fatha page and you just read the last 2 lines of each exercise. Make sure you can read them perfectly before moving on to the next lesson. Okay, so after we've done the Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra, A, U, and E, then we learned the doubles and in and un, nothing was stretched so far, and then we went on to lesson 10, which was our first lesson on stretching. If you look at the page 16 at the bottom, so we learned how to stretch. So if a fatha letter has a alif after it, you need to stretch it, isn't it? So we said ba, ta, tha, ja, etc. And then we practiced reading this box, that. Okay, so now we're going to go to the second stretching. Now this is the second thing that we stretch, which is called the standing fatha. It is equal to alif, and it is pronounced like so this over here is basically the same as an alif. You can call it a small alif, but we're going to call it a standing fatha. That's what's in the book, but it's basically an alif. So the first box over here, you have to make sure you don't stretch this. This is with the fatha, so this is a. And if you remember, right in the beginning, we teach you that when you read these letters, a, ba, ta, we told you to read it very fast and quick, that you don't stretch it. So a, ba, ta, tha. Because what happens if you do stretch it, then it turns into an alif like this. So then it becomes when you stretch is when it has a standing fatha. So if it doesn't have a standing fatha, you cannot stretch it. So this is a, ba, ta, ta, ja. So this is just with a fatha, ja. This one is with a standing fatha, ja. This is ha. Make sure you pronounce the ha properly. And then ha, kha. This is full mouth letter, kha, kha. Okay, so it's the standing fathas that you stretch, just how we stretch an alif. So it should be easy. So again, this one, the, sa. So you should be able to read all these by yourself now. Sha. So making sure you read the full mouth letters as full mouth. Lo, lo. So these are full mouth. Fa. And read this as full mouth. Qa, la, ma, wa, and ya. So these are basically the same as alif, you're stretching them. So now let's move on to the exercise over here. So here, make sure you only stretch the standing fatha letter, nothing else. So the first letter is an alif with a standing fatha, so you'll stretch it. Now the second letter only has a fatha, so you will not stretch it. So this will be la. So very short and quick. Now putting them both together, la. Okay, so you only stretch this letter. Many students make the mistake by they stretch both of them, trying to stretch the first letter only. They say la, which is a mistake because the second letter is not supposed to be stretched. So the correct way to say it is la. Okay, so now this is where. So this one was easy, the first one, because there's only 2 letters. Now there are 3 letters. Now it gets a bit more complicated. First letter is again second dal fatha, da. Da, and it's a mim, fatha, ma. Only stretch the standing fatha. Dama. See how quick I done the dal and the mim? Dama. Okay, so many students, again, they make the mistake. They say either stretch the dal or the mim. They say dama. Okay, which is a mistake. See, I stretch this one even though I'm not supposed to. Or they say dama, stretching the mim, which both are wrong. So I only stretch the standing fatha letter. Everything else has to be very quick. Dama. Okay, same thing over here as well. Only stretch the standing fatha, which is the first letter. So first one, mim, fatha, ma, ma. Nun fatha, na. Amana. And so dhal, standing fatha. The lam with a kasra. So this letter over here is a lam. Li, dhali. And make sure you don't say za. Okay, so, some students tend to make that mistake. So it's not za, it's dhalika. Dhalika. So make sure you don't stretch the li or the ka. Dhalika. Next is alif, stretch. Then it's a tha. Tha. Then it's a ra, fatha. Ra. Thara. Try to read the ra full mouth. Thara. Then it's an alif, the stretch. Kha full mouth. Kha. Kha. Ra. Khara. Okay, so now pause the video and practice this line. So if you notice in this line, only the first letter is being stretched. Okay, in all of these, and it's always always the first letter. So so pause the video and then practice this line. Make sure you read it at least 3 times. Okay, now on the next line. Now this one's a bit harder. Now it's the middle letter that has the standing fatha. So the first and the last letter will be very quick. Sa, no stretching. Then salam with a standing fatha. And I mentioned to you before how to tell the difference between an alif and a lam. A lam always joins to the letter after it. See how it's joining to the mim? Whereas an alif, if you look over here, alif is here. Alif is a very stubborn letter, so it doesn't join to the letter after it. It always stays separate. Only joins to the letter before it, not after it. So the lam joins to the letter after it, whereas the alif, it does not. Okay, so let's go back. La, sala, making the sa short. Mun, salamun. Okay, this first the ha fatha, ha. Now here this is a lam, it joins to the next letter, and with an alif. Standing fatha. La, hala, the lam with a double fatha. Lan, halalan. Now this is a mim with a fatha, so ma, making it short. Now here, is this a lam or is this an alif? So you have to look at, does it join to the ba or not? So we see that it does not join to the ba, so it's a stubborn letter, so it's an alif. So it will begin then you join ma, making sure you don't stretch the ma. Then ban, so ba with a double fatha. Ban. Okay, so that's that. Next is a kaf with a kasra, ki. It's a ta with a standing fatha. Ta, kita, ba double dhamma, bun, kitabun. It's a mim, mi. So ha, this is a ha over here with a standing fatha. Ha, miha, dan, mihadan. Again, making sure you only stretch the ha. So don't say mihadan, stretching this as well. That will be a mistake. Next one, I. Then it's a lam, standing fatha. La, ilah. It's a ha with a fatha. Ilaha. Okay, so now practice these 2 lines. Pause the video and make sure these lines are perfect. And then we'll move on to the next 2 lines in the next video.